Hi guys, it's Alia. Welcome back to my channel. So in a previous video, I think it's already been, yeah, in a previous video, I did my little Amazon haul and I showed the two Stamperia paper pads that I bought. Well, I am going to be working with the Lady Vagabond first. And this, I was going to try to do some sort of hardcover, but I'm not sure if I actually can. So this might be a video full of bloopers, but we're gonna see. I want to work on the cover. I have this in mind, and I think it's gonna work out. I think, but we will see. So I was trying to do some calculations, and it seems like it does work, but again, I don't know. So this is the image that I want and the cover. And the book, since the pages are 8 by 8, so it's going to be 4 by 8, I'm doing it I think 8.5 by 4.25. Wait, was it 4.25? No, I don't know. Oh gosh, hold on. So 4.25, 4.25, and then if I'm remembering, yeah, okay. So it's 4.25, and then the spine is going to be roughly about 1.25. So, and I haven't done this way before, so I'm kind of trying to think. Yeah, so I'm going to score at 4.25, and then I'm also going to score 4.25 this way, and that will leave the spine, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So this cardstock is actually really, it's a thicker cardstock. I think it's 110 pound. Usually it's the 80 pound cardstock I get at Michael's, and this is the one that's a little bit heavier. So this is 8.5 by 9 3/4. And so I said 4.25. So I'm going to score that. And then I want to turn it around. And again, I want to score 4.25. So this, yep, should be right here with some wiggle room on each side. This is just, this was the piece that I cut off from the end, and it was almost what I wanted, but it's mainly just to give the spine a little extra support, but enough room so when it folds, it's okay. All right, so let's see. I think that's okay now. And I have picked out a fabric that I want to use, and I'll show you that in a minute. Let me just get this folded. So technically, the book is going to be like this. All right, so let me show you the fabric. Because I was looking at like all the other pages and the colors and everything, and I have this fabric, and I got this fabric from my friend Alicia in the Happy Mail. But look, okay, so it's very kind of like neutraled, but if you put this over it, like there's just, I don't know, to me it goes. And I'll probably put some lace behind the picture too, but yeah, I like the way this fabric matched the whole paper pad. So that's what I'm going to use. So I'm thinking, I think what I'll do, oh, you know what? First, let's reinforce the cover. So it's just going to be kind of like that. All right. And I think I'm going to use, I'm wondering if, you know what, where's, now that I know the glue that I want to use, where is it? That's weird. Where's my glue? What in the world? I lost my glue. I want to use my Fabri-Tac. Oh, it's hiding. It's hiding behind all the other pages. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this already, I want to do 2 signatures since the spine is thicker. So we will have a 2 signature journal. And I'm going to put a lot of this on just so we know that it's going to actually stay. I mean, I guess I could sew it too, but okay, that is a lot. So let's see now. I'm going to put this down. And hopefully, yeah, I'm in frame. I can see it. And I like that you do have a little wiggle room, so if it's not exactly where you want, you can move it just a tad. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to let it just stick for a moment, and then I'll go over it with the brayer. All right, so well, that's kind of adhering. And the thing is, this is cardboard, not cardstock, but I still think that I'll be able to sew through it. It's not like terribly thick. I'm just going to have to go really slow and carefully, but I think it'll be okay. Okay. All right, so while that's drying, let's cut down the fabric. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lay this out here. And actually, if I do 2 boxes on each side, hold on, let me just get a little mark so I know where I'm going to cut. Okay. All right, so let's cut. So this isn't really a tutorial. This is kind of just like this is what I'm doing. And I guess, kind of like a craft along, or I don't know. Yeah, a craft along, I would say. Now, let me just see where okay, so it's going to be right there. And I know I can rip it. The only thing is, because I'm folding in the edges, sometimes when you rip how it has that nice frayed look, it's a little harder to glue down. Not that it's harder, but it gives more of a bulk when you're trying to glue it down. So I'm not going to do that, but I am going to cut this little piece off right here. And okay, so there we go. Oops. All right. And let's see, this is getting, I think this, I can use the brayer now, if I can find the brayer. All right, so I'm going to gently, just to make sure it doesn't move. Okay, so we got that. So now, and there's glue that came out, but that's okay because technically, we are going to be, all right, I'm trying to line it up as best I can, but there we go. Let's see. I feel like it never lines up completely correct, like it's a little crooked. All right, let's then try this. I think that's okay. All right, so now let me just turn it over, and I'm going to use my glue stick. Because I'm sewing it, this will just kind of keep it where we want it for now. Oops. Okay. Then, hope it lines back up. Let's see. No, that's not straight. Maybe what I'll do is this. Okay. There we go. Oh no, whoops. Wrong one. Oh boy. So if I do that, and okay. So let's try this again. All right. So I believe That should be fine now. Okay. So now let's do this. And almost to the end. Let's make sure there's glue. Well, oh yep, there's glue. Okay, that looks like that's about the end of that one. And I'm just gonna spread the little marks out a little better. Then we're gonna okay. Looks like it's still lined up nice. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to miter the edges just a tad, and that's just basically making a little triangle. Some ones I get really good, and some I don't know. I used to not do it though. Well, also depending on the fabric. Some fabric is easier to do it with, some fabric's a little bit trickier. But now I'm just gonna do the inside. And I'm sure you see me do covers plenty of times, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to do kind of like check-in videos along the way as I'm creating this new journal with the Stamperia paper pad. Yeah, I just thought, you know, why not? It would be fun to show my progress. So maybe these are more of like kind of show and tells / craft with me's. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know what you call them. I want to show you what I'm doing is basically what it boils down to. And you can follow along, and you know, if you've never done something like this, you may learn a new trick or a new way of doing it. Maybe you do it a certain way and you're like, oh look, she does it this way, because I do that a lot. You know, I always had my certain ways of doing something in particular, like say like, you know, covering my journal cover with fabric. And then I might see somebody else and they did it, you know, this way. And I'm like, wait, you know what? That's a really good idea. Or take certain things that people do and incorporate them into yours. That is actually a really great way of improving or like tweaking your process too. So, I mean, there's no right or wrong way. I'm not saying that. It's just that maybe you were doing something and you saw somebody do something else and you're like, well, that actually makes my life a lot easier. Why haven't I been doing it that way? So that's why I like, even though I make my own junk journals, I love watching tutorials of other people's because of the fact that maybe they have a method that I would have never thought of and I like better, or maybe they doing something and it's so much easier than the way I've been doing it. You know, anything like that, really. That's the fun about, you know, all these people with all this talent on YouTube, because yes, you may think you're doing everything that you want to do, and then you'll go and you watch a video and somebody else does it a different way completely than you, and you're like, whoa, I want to do it that way too, because I find myself doing that. I tend to stick to one way of doing things, but then I'll watch a video and I'll see somebody do it a completely different way, and I'm just like, what? Mind-blowing. Why haven't I been doing this the whole time? So it's really fun, I think, to watch other people doing the same thing that you might be doing currently. So that's the end of this cover here. Well, I shouldn't say the end, just this part of the cover. Now, the thing we have to, well, the thing I have to figure out is, I think this, I like this as the front. Yeah, because I think the way the things go. Yep. So what I want to do now, actually, is, well, hold on. Let me just, I want to put some glue in a few more places just to keep it a little more secure. I see some edges coming up. Oh, pretty much. Okay. All right, so I also want to make sure that I know the bends are nice and bended, and I'll probably keep bending them along the way just so we know exactly where the bends are. All right. Oh, nope, right here. I think we need a little right there. Oh, and my glue tip needs to be cleaned. Okay. Oops, that was a lot. But it's okay because we're going to cover this anyway. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry a little bit, but while that's drying, let me put it over here. I want to cut this out. And I'm wondering, actually, I just had an idea. So I was just going to make a straight line, like right at the end of her dress right here, all the way up. But then I'm wondering to cut out like this and background something, but I really like the background, so no. Okay, let's not think about that. Let's just cut, because then I'll get into too much of the, oh, well, you know, oh, and so and so and so and so, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to take a smidge, though, off of the side, because, yes, because. All right. I think, hold on. Should we do it with this ink? Let's see. Does this have any ink? This doesn't, it shows a little bit. Maybe I'll re-ink it with something darker. Oh no, this is okay, I think. Maybe I'll go around with a walnut stain just a little bit, but this is really covering most of it. If I'm on camera, you can see it. All right, so let's do just a little. I don't know why, I always tend to hold my dauber really strangely. So, excuse the hold. All right, let's just look again. Okay, I'm just trying to. So that, actually, you know what? I really just like that. I don't want to put anything behind her. I might do some decorations around, but I really like that. Yeah, you know what? I really do. I don't know if you can see it, if it's fitting all on camera at one time. I think it must be, yeah. But I like the simplicity of this, and then I think I'm going to just add little like cluster, lace cluster, maybe down here in the corner. Oh, you know what? I also do have some of those, here, let me see right here, the petaloo flowers that I got from Barb. Oh, we have oh, look at this one here. Hold on, yeah, because that won't go. No, not the green, not that one. Hold on. Look at this one. And maybe once I take it out, it might look different, but I was looking at this. Something like that, because see, there's purple in there. What about this one here? Maybe if we do like a little cluster or something. Those are definitely ideas. So I'll put this aside, actually right here. But I want to get this glue down first. And I can also do some like, you know, little lace around there too. But let's first, hold on. You know, I'm going to do something just a little unconventional right now. I'm just going to clip this here just so it stays down so I can see where I'm going to glue her, because I need her in a specific spot. I think I'll line it up. If I line it up against that, yep, okay. So I'm just going to put a little glue on, not so much glue. Oh my gosh, I love that side too. Oh man, yeah, that's really pretty. because I'm going to sew around it anyway. So I just need glue to stick for now and hold it in place until I sew around it. So I'm just going to do a little rectangle of glue just like that so it can hold it in its place until we sew. All right, so let me see again. I'm going to do like that, I think. Let me just, perfect. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want some sort of like lacy frou-frou, just a little bit, because she has her little lace, I don't know if it's an ascot. No, because I think ascots are just the scarves, but whatever it is, you know, she does have flowers there. So again, I mean, oh wait, I do have, I think I have purple flowers like that we could maybe, you know, just do little bits or something like that. Yeah. So I'm really happy with the cover. It's going to be nice and plain. Oh, you know what I could do? Actually, oh, wait. Hold on. Not that I'm going to use this one, but I think at the bottom, you know, do something like that. This lace is a little too big. I'll definitely get something smaller, but something just to line the bottom because there's nothing too much going on the bottom right here. So we could sacrifice the little space for some lace. Whereas, you know, on the top, there's, you know, this here. So possibly, I don't know, but I think I like the idea of putting some lace down there. So that's what I'm probably going to do. Now, I was thinking about the back. I don't know if I want to put this on the back or just leave the back blank. So if we had the journal like this, do we want to see something like this? I kind of don't. I kind of just want the back plain. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe put something down here. Yeah, I don't like the idea of, well, especially that. I don't like that idea of covering it like that because I just don't like this. Which is okay because I can use this and turn it into pockets. So I'm not sad about that. And most of my journals are blank on the back anyway. So let's just, yeah, let's just wait. I'll wait. All right. So now the next thing that I normally do is I put a strip of the same material right down there. Let me just go grab my, let's see. Is that a note? Let's see, how about to right here, I think. And, well, let's see, we'll just continue to right about, where is it? Right here. And again, I know that I can rip the fabric, especially this. I think it's probably cotton or something, but I'm just going to use that for now. Whoopsies. Okay, so put these away, and we are going to, I'm going to try, so it goes actually like this. Let me see if I can at least maybe line this part up. See, the bottom doesn't line up. That's weird. The top kind of does. I did it like that. Yeah, well, the bottom doesn't line up, but the top lines up, so I'm fine with that. And yeah, it's pretty straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some like this for now, and that way you can stick it down like that. And just, I like to make sure that it's all sort of like smudged around because this is thinner fabric and it could possibly bleed through a little bit. And we don't want that to happen. I mean, if it does, it does, you know, not the end of the world, but if you smudge it around a little, it helps kind of that, so it won't be so like clumpy and then go through the fabric. So let me just clean this off a little bit. Okie dokes. Get up there and spread, spread, spread. Oh, it's very shiny on the black cardstock. I just noticed there's a very, very shiny sheen. I don't know, is that even a word, a shiny sheen? I feel like this is a little thick right there. Let's see. Oh, see, a little bit there, but it's okay. Don't stress about it. Oops. Okay, and so let's just, and also remember too, around the edges we're sewing, so you can get a little, you don't have to go so heavy right on the edge here, just because the stitch will go through that way, so that it'll be held. Okay, so let's just do this and more of this, and then we're almost done with the cover. Almost. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me see where we're at, and I'm going to cut this. Just be very careful when you're cutting that you don't cut the material that's already there, because that would stink big time. I mean, you could definitely fix it, you know, add some lace to it or something, but yeah. All right, so that is that. You know what, because we are getting a little bit, oh yeah, we're at 27 minutes. I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to go try to find some paper to go on the inside, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I found the little pieces of the cardstock or paper that I want to use for the inside covers, the front and the back. And I'm just inking the edges because, of course, you know, I've got to ink everything. And then I'll pause it and I'll go sew it, and then I'll show you what I did. And then I think that'll be, you know, enough for this video here, because I don't know how much longer I have to record, and I don't want to get cut off. But if I do get cut off, I do apologize. So I'm just trying to see if it will let me do the rest, because I'll pause it when it needs to be paused, which is so nice with this, with my phone, that I can pause it again. Remember with the other one, I couldn't pause anything, and it was just, whew, there was a lot of empty space in those videos sometimes, or a lot of, I don't know. Definitely a lot of those, because sometimes, you know, it does take a minute to decide, and when you can't pause something, it, yeah, it's not great. So I'm glad that my phone, my actual phone, the phone that I use, is able to do that. So now again, let's see. It's going to go, this one is there, and this one is like this. Again, I'm just going to put some, I was about to say some fabric. Well, yeah, fabric tack in the middle only, because we're going to sew around the outside. So, you know, just like that to hold it down. And making sure, okay. So I'm trying to get it to as close to the edge as I can. Edge meaning the front edge here. So when we sew it, it'll work out nicely. All right, and then the same thing for the back. I'm going to do just the middle, just like so, just like that. Okay, and then make sure that, yep. And again, all the way to as much as the edge as I can. And, oopsies. Oh no, there we go. Okay. Oh, it was moving. Okay. That's good, that's good. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry for a moment and I'm gonna go sew it and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is what I have. So what I did was I sewed all the way around the outside first. And then what I did was, because the panels were inside, you also have to sew this. So I sewed that after. Now let me show you something I did end up doing. I do have a double stitch. I went around twice here because what I didn't realize was when I did the stitch here, the stitch in the back, the paper still wasn't stitched. So I did another stitch to include the back. And then when I looked at it on the front, I said, oh, I like it. It's like a thicker kind of going with this whole sort of like vagabond theme. I don't know. So then I did, you know, double stitching here, here, and here just to keep it all symmetrical. And then I liked the way it came out. So it was a happy accident. The back, though, I didn't. I only did one stitching all the way around. Spine is plain. However, I might end up doing something on the spine. That way it will cover the binding. So I'm not sure about that yet. But so there's the inside. There's the back. And there's the front. So I think that's what I'll do. I mean, that's enough for this video. I'll come back and do another check-in as I'm, you know, working on the video. One thing I do have to figure out is how I want to do the closure. So I'll definitely do a lot of thinking off camera. But until then, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on my next video. Bye.